Amsterdam's the kind of city where you can come as you are and pretty much do what you want. It's famous for being liberal, free, and a little bit chaotic. This multicultural city dazzles visitors with its old world charm while balancing tough history and a modern way of life that somehow works perfectly.
Wow, I love this.
While most tourists come for the canal tours, tulips, and windmills, which let's be honest, are lovely, they're missing the real pulse of this place.
This is amazing. I love this concept so much.
Subscribe and join us as we take you beyond the tourist hotspots and explore a different side of Amsterdam, showing you some of the best things to eat, see, and do on your next trip.
Well, I cooled myself down.
We're Liz and Dennis, and you're watching EetSalon. Most visitors want to stay in the city center of Amsterdam, near Dam Square. But for a more local feel, we recommend staying in the De Cuyp or Jordaan neighborhoods. They're super walkable, have loads of amazing restaurants, and are well connected to the rest of the city. We found a charming historic home in Jordaan on Kindred, a global home swapping network available to renters and homeowners. Not only was it comfortable, but it cost just over $200 for a 5-night stay, which cannot be beat. But if you prefer a hotel experience, we'll have recommendations and more details on how to join Kindred Home Swap down below. Now we're off to explore the historic center of Amsterdam, a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
This part of Amsterdam, with its postcard-perfect canals, iconically Dutch houses, and charming bridges, is what attracts nearly 3 million visitors here each year. To get to know it better, we joined a walking history tour. When Amsterdam was founded over 500 years ago, it was all marshland. Foundations were built by driving thousands of timber piles deep into the mud.
Famously solid stuff sand, right? So this is why you get the wonky buildings in our city as the pine trees slowly rot away under the buildings. The buildings start settling into our marshy swampland and leaning in all these funny directions.
While the city has grown over the years, now home to roughly 900,000 people, its quirky, uniquely designed canal homes remain one of its most beloved features. The tour wound us through the historic center, illuminating us to how Amsterdam has changed, from its humble marshy roots, harsh war times, to today's focus on public safety, drugs, and the red light district, an area we chose to skip visiting entirely on this trip. While Amsterdam has a reputation for being wildly liberal, most people are surprised to learn that drugs like cannabis and mushrooms sold openly in coffee shops are actually illegal. The city tolerates coffee shops largely due to the tax revenues they generate, which fund a wide range of public services including citizen rehabilitation over incarceration. We love that the tour wasn't just about pretty bridges and canal houses. It showed Amsterdam for what it really is: complicated, progressive, and imperfect. But after all, what major city isn't? By the time we reached Dam Square, our feet were tired and our stomachs were grumbling, so we hopped on a tram and searched for some lunch.
For lunch, we came to the cutest traditional Dutch cafe. It's like a cafeteria style. They have a huge row of seating right at the diner. They're known for their sandwiches, croquetas, and other like traditional Dutch cuisine. It's very fast, it's affordable, and it's filled with locals. We also had no idea what to order. Dutch food's totally foreign to us. So we got a roast pork sandwich with some type of brown sauce on top. That sauce is really interesting. It's a little bit sweet with a peanut undertone. It reminds me of Americanized pad thai. Really good. And then we got their famous beef croquettes, which you can find in almost every bar and cafe throughout the city. That's like traditional Dutch pub food. It's awesome. It's like a bechamel mixed with beef and then fried in breadcrumbs. We also got filleted beef with herbs in a like creme fraiche sauce. Very good and very affordable. Amsterdam is not a cheap city. So to find a place like this that's serving old school fast food like this is really fun. I'm happy. We came to the cutest bar to try Jenever. I hope I'm saying that right. Please forgive me if I'm not. It is a special distillate from the Netherlands that is like the grandfather of gin. The British loved it so much historically that they tried to make their own version after the Netherlands and the British kind of got into a tiff. They failed and gin was the byproduct. When it's served in a very small glass, toothy, tippy top. And you have to bend with your hands behind your back to take the first sip, bowing down to the beverage, and then you can pick it up and drink it. They have all different flavors, so you don't have to have like a strong alcohol flavor to it. The one that I got actually has ginger in it, and it's really spicy and beautiful. I could drink a lot of it, which is dangerous. Dennis got one with lemon. This is definitely a spot you have to visit. Prost! It's so good.
Most buildings in Amsterdam are tall and narrow with insanely steep staircases, but I think the award for most vertical goes to the Pancake House upstairs.
You're not gonna believe these stairs. Oh my God. It's like a sideways. So the smallest, tallest, most narrow stairs I've ever been on.
Once you finally make it up there, you're welcomed into a quirky 16th century Dutch home, serving one of the Netherlands' most beloved dishes, pancakes. With just 4 tables, this restaurant is tiny, but it's one of the best places to try this traditional dish. We ordered a savory pancake with bacon, cheese, and candied ginger, and a sweet one with caramel, hand-whipped cream, and bananas.
Savory or sweet first? I feel like savory first, for sure. Savory first.
So we can bounce back and forth.
It's true. They're huge. That candied ginger is so good. It truly is more like a crepe consistency, a little bit thicker than that. It has a nice spring to the pancake. And I'm loving this like sweet savory combo. Now the sweet, I'm gonna build the perfect bite. Get banana, get cream, get caramel. I think I might like the sweet better. They're both awesome. Definitely plan ahead for this. You have to make reservations. Since it's such a small restaurant, they 100% will book up. They don't take reservations more than a week ahead, and you have to call. Very fun experience in Amsterdam.
De vrouw drinkt.
De vrouw drinkt. Het meisje drinkt. I passed! I always try to learn a few basic words whenever we're traveling, things like thank you, please, numbers, ordering. Most Dutch people do speak fantastic English, so it's very helpful in navigating, but a lot of the signs are completely in Dutch, and knowing a little bit, even if you're here for just a few short days, shows respect, and I think the locals do appreciate the effort. Bedankt. To prepare for the trip, I've been using Rosetta Stone, who's the sponsor of today's video, to help us learn a few basics in Dutch. The program's progressive. It starts with fun image and auditory activity to match words spoken by native speakers. And then it builds as you learn, having you read, write, and speak out loud. They have this awesome true accent software that compares your pronunciation to native speakers and tells you if what you're saying is way off or right on, which is so helpful when you're learning a language.
La bicicleta está detrás de la casa.
Muy bien. But I don't just use it for small trips like this, I'm also using it to become fluent in Spanish and taking live immersion classes every week. But when we're on the go, classes just aren't realistic for our schedule. But with Rosetta Stone, I can squeeze in 10 minutes of learning no matter where we are at any time on the bus, on the airplane, or when we're back at our place. So if you've been wanting to learn a language, maybe for an upcoming trip or because you're finally ready to get serious about becoming fluent, scan the QR code on the screen or use the link in the video description below to get 60% off a lifetime subscription to Rosetta Stone, which gives you access to 25 languages forever with just one payment.
Most visitors stick to the historic center and miss exploring one of Amsterdam's best neighborhoods, NOORD. Just a short 15-minute ferry or metro ride away, this industrial, eclectic, and modern area is packed with unique shops, restaurants, museums, and businesses like Badhaus, our first stop of the day.
My name is Julie Katz, and I'm the owner of Badhaus Sauna here in Amsterdam.
What is the sauna culture in Amsterdam? Is it like
Yeah.
other Nordic countries?
We're kind of starting to see the shift now. Actually, sauna culture for me started whenever I was living in Copenhagen. I saw there that they were having a bit of this sauna renaissance. It was something that younger people were actually connecting with each other and going there instead of like the bars and restaurants. So whenever I moved here, it was still very traditional, like big thermal spas that you needed an entire day to kind of explore, which are great and beautiful, but I think for me, wellness could be something very accessible and social. So that's why I got a bit fixated on the idea of bringing that kind of Nordic type of sauna to Amsterdam. And since then, I think we've started to see that like shift.
Social is like at the heart of what you're doing here.
Yeah, so the sauna design and kind of the choices that we made in the space. For instance, the outside sauna we built with the benches facing inward. A lot of the saunas you see are stadium seating, so people are sitting and not knowing if they should turn and talk with each other. And this one we're like, okay, we want people to intentionally feel welcome, to engage with each other, but also have enough space, recharge maybe a bit. They can come to the lounge or they can go to the upstairs sauna. So to kind of create these like safe social places. And you know, you can only stay in a sauna for like 15 minutes tops, and so it gives you an out and it's very natural. Then you can also experience like jumping into ice cold water, and that is just fun and silly, and I think it brings out a great part of people.
Oh, this is so nice. Oh my gosh. It is warm. Like, look at this. Oh, there's a bird. There's an egret or a heron. It's wild because we're on a dock. We're moving and floating. Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Because you're from Florida. You can do it.
I'm just gonna get half my body.
No, commit.
Well, I cooled myself down. Oh, that's intense. And then you just repeat. I love this experience.
After our 2 blissful hours of sauna time, we headed around the corner to Café du Couvel, a funky, eco-centric restaurant growing and fermenting most of what they offer on site. Yes, it's vegan, and yes, it's delicious.
Amsterdam has tons of great museums, but out of the 4 we visited this trip, our favorite without a doubt was STRAAT.
This is awesome. Wow.
This massive 8,000 square meter factory showcases the largest collection of street art in the world from some of today's best street artists and muralists from all around the globe.
I love this museum. Super worth just coming to NOORD alone for this. This is amazing. They have 150 different murals on display, and they also give you like a history of how graffiti and street art came to be. And if you have the Amsterdam pass, this is one of the museums that's included in it. You can choose different day passes. It includes loads of different popular activities to do in Amsterdam, like a lot of the popular museums. You can take boat tours. It even includes public transportation as much as you want during that period. It's definitely worth checking into because it can save you some money, and you can visit cool places like this. I love this.
Next door to the STRAAT Museum is Art City NDSM, a creative hub for artists with over 250 active workshops. It's got a funky vibe to it, often hosting cultural pop-ups like galleries, fairs, and markets.
Thrifting culture's huge in Amsterdam. Blame it on the Dutch stereotype of being cheap or just a love for vintage clothing, but it seems like every day there was a pop-up vintage market in the street. But today, we happen to find the holy grail of thrifting.
Oh my gosh. We're now having the largest and most unique flea market in Europe. There's over 500 stalls of sellers selling everything from toys, clothing, home goods, antiques. As an avid thrifter, my heart is like dying that we missed this and I didn't know about it. They're already packing up and we don't have a suitcase to pack all of the things I absolutely know I would be buying in here. But if you like thrifting or like to go to flea markets, add this to your Amsterdam bucket list. It's huge. I love this area though, and like the artist community. This feels like just such a fun, vibrant, creative neighborhood that is so different from the tourist side of Amsterdam that I think most people only see.
The Dutch do a lot of things well. Engineering and building upon marshy territory for one, or the amount of classical artists that were born here. But the thing they may do best is cheese. And tonight we're getting to try a heavenly assortment of Dutch cheeses at Casbar in the De Pijp neighborhood. Grab a table and order from the menu, or sit at the conveyor belt of dreams with a rotating selection of cheese pairings.
They all look so good. It's a sheep's cheese with butterscotch and honeycomb. This may be one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. There's over 30 different types of cheeses made here in the Netherlands. There's these beautiful glass containers with numbers on them that match to a menu. You can look at the pairings of the cheese, see describing and tasting notes, and then just grab the one you want. They tally them up at the end, and that's your bill. Literally heaven. They do have recommendations from going this side to this side in terms of cheeses, so you're not getting like a funky cheese right at the beginning that overpowers you. I love this concept so much.
To start is a firm cow's cheese with carrot, cardamom, caramel, and pickled carrots. Next, a soft goat's cheese with coffee bacon marmalade.
Amazing. This cheese is so good.
How about water buffalo cheese with mango chutney and sambal? To finish, a cow's milk blue cheese with pickled blackberries and mint. And if somehow cheese isn't your thing, you can order something heartier, like their Amsterdam smoked ox sausage with mustard and pickles, or their smoked pork sausage with piccalilli and sauerkraut.
But whatever you do, just don't miss this dining experience on your Amsterdam trip. Biking isn't a pastime in Amsterdam, it's the preferred mode of transportation. There are supposedly more bikes than people here, and you'll believe it, the second one nearly runs you over. Seriously, watch the bike lanes, they don't stop. You can rent a bike and do as the locals do, or you can take the lazy and slightly safer route like us and use the metro, buses, or trams. Just tap your card when you enter and when you get off, and you're charged the distance you travel. Public transportation here is clean, safe, ridiculously efficient, and you can get across the city in roughly 15 to 20 minutes. No pedaling required.
The Nazis invaded the Netherlands in May of 1940. After the devastating bombing of Rotterdam, the country surrendered, living the next 5 years under Nazi rule. Amsterdam had a controversial role with its Jewish residents. Civil servants created a heat map using dots, each dot representing 10 Jews who lived on that street. The map made it easy for the Nazis to locate Jewish homes within the city. Despite resistance efforts trying to hide Jewish families in secret annexes, the rear area of canal homes, over the next 5 years, 80% of the Dutch Jewish community perished in concentration camps. Understandably, it's not part of their history the Dutch are proud of, but Amsterdam actively owns this part of its past, educating visitors about the atrocities during the war at places like the Anne Frank House, the Holocaust Museum, and the Resistance Museum. We highly encourage you to visit all three if your time allows.
The Anne Frank House is the #1 most visited attraction for tourists in Amsterdam. If you want to visit, you need to book it weeks, sometimes months in advance if it's peak tourist season. We went on our first night. There's no videos or pictures allowed inside of the museum. And while it was very interesting to physically be in the place that Anne Frank hid, I'm not sure it was my favorite. We ended up going to the Resistance Museum for World War II, and I found that to be much more fascinating. It showed a more holistic picture about how this period impacted the Netherlands and beyond. It's not to diminish the Anne Frank story or the museum. If it's of interest to you, I highly recommend visiting, but I do suggest expanding beyond that and learning more of the history, because she was just one story of over 100,000 Jews. There's a lot of scary stuff happening in the world right now, and it's a history that should not be forgotten. Now that we're on that depressing note, let's move on. Seeing Amsterdam from the streets, walking around, we did a walking history tour, and it's stunning, but the best way to see it is on the boat. You can take lots of these like huge group tour experiences on these covered boats, which I think was a nice experience, but we wanted something more intimate, more fun, a little bit more nimble, so we ended up booking a tour with those damn boat guys. It's an 1.5-hour cruise. We're getting to go explore the city and see a lot of the sights that we saw from the water, and it is just stunning. And the best part is you can go inside, grab a bottle of wine, you can get your own beers, bring snacks, and just like have a day out on the water, and the weather is glorious. We also have our friend Tika that we met in Mexico. She's from the Netherlands, and she so graciously came up an hour to meet us, and she's gonna be showing us around like a local. We have our tour guide who's telling us all the fun facts. It's gonna be a great day on the water.
Do you like where it takes you?
This is the replica of the original. The original actually went down on its very first voyage, so it didn't get it very far off the coast of England. And it's here as part of the Maritime Museum over here, Stroopwaffle Museum. Oh yeah, there you have it. You see it up there? Yeah.
Do you like where it's taking you?
This is our river now.
Wow.
Living ships, houseboats, and arcs. That's the three styles. So the living ships would be like these ones to my right here, which are all cargo boats. And the houseboats are the ones that look like bungalows just floating on the water. And then arcs is like this one here, which has got a bow of a boat with a house built inside of the bow. This one was actually owned by quite a famous American artist, this one right here. Apparently dodging the Vietnam draft, so the story goes, but he was a proper old hippie, so he built a garden, and then he had goats and chickens and tomato and cucumber plants. And when he passed away, they gave him a funeral down the river, which was really nice too.
I'm in love with this. We're getting the most incredible views and going down canals that most of the big boats couldn't. So we're about to get a gorgeous view of the church. This is amazing.
Arguably, now there's always arguments about this kind of thing, but we are the most diverse city on the planet. 178 different nationalities, depending on who you ask, and the population's about 900,000-ish, so it's a tiny little village, and they call it the global village, because it's so diverse. So I think that's probably my favorite fact about it, that it's so small, but the diversity is so extreme. This little red one here is one of the most ridiculously narrow little building. And what's really nice about this canal is you get all the different gable styles. So you got 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th century on one canal.
The boat ride was excellent. Captain Jack was such a great tour guide. I will have links down below if you're interested in doing it. I highly, highly encourage it. Now we are, I won't say cooling off because it's actually quite chilly here. It's the beginning of fall. The sun is still out, but we are refreshing ourselves with some delicious beers. There's a lot of breweries in around Amsterdam area. Heineken is probably the most well-known, but it's not necessarily like a local beer anymore. It's made and brewed all over the world. So if you want a more local experience, there's lots of, I guess you could say microbreweries that you could visit. Homeland's a popular one, but we came to Brewery Atai, which is in an old windmill. It's just really cool to get to see the windmill culture, which is so big here in the Netherlands. And we got a flight to start so we could see what the beers are like. The wit beer is lovely. This is a summer drinking, right? Wit beer. Oh, this is so refreshing. Definitely notes of citrus. What do you think is special about the Netherlands?
We're direct. We will tell you what's what, but we also like gezelligheid. Gezellig is like cozy. A beer, friends, warm food. That's gezellig. We're friendly, we're inviting, we will share. But we also, in Dutch we say tikkie. You can tip. It is, especially if the service is really nice, like the bill is 60 and say it's 17.50. So, you know,
Yeah.
like just a little bit. It's a tip because you did a good job and that's it. You don't have to overtip.
Just as the sun was setting, we headed back to the Jordan neighborhood for some pre-dinner dessert.
I feel like a lot of people think of Germany or Austria when it comes to apple pie. Even the USA can bring some heat with apple pie, but the Netherlands is like the motherland. We came to Winkel, which is one of the most popular spots for apple pie, and it's arrived. Would you just look at this? The crust is firm, the apples are warm, not too sweet. This lives up to the hype. A cuisine I don't think most people think of when they think of Amsterdam is Suriname. We honestly didn't even know where the country was, which is in South America, but it was a former Dutch colony and it has one of the largest populations for Surinamese people. This is like the cuisine to get when you want takeout. It's affordable, it's fast, it's delicious. So while it may not be on your radar, it should be something you try when you're in Amsterdam. We got the roti dish, which comes with potatoes, green beans, a little bit of like cabbage slaw, and then you get to choose your meat. We chose curry lamb and roti, of course, which is a thin bread, which you use as your utensils. It's so flavorful. You get like Caribbean spice. They also have a very spicy sauce that goes on top of it. Be warned when you use it, but it is so delicious.
This morning, we're headed back to De Cuyp to explore the Cuyp market. This popular farmer's market sells everything: clothing, produce, meats, and cheeses, but we've come for the Dutch delicacy stroopwafels. A waffle cookie-like batter is pressed thin on a hot iron, then cut in half and filled with caramel, creating a warm, ooey-gooey cookie.
Most locals will tell you they just get stroopwafels from the grocery store in a packet and they just eat them when they want. They're delicious that way, but if you want it fresh, if you want to see how it's made, you really want that like authentic taste, then one of the spots to come to Rudy's Original Stroopwafels. There's a line, not surprised. Bedankt.
And the original. Enjoy your Friday. Thank you.
It's so good. It's just the right amount of sweetness, and it's warm and cinnamony. I love it.
What's the only logical bite that could follow up the deliciousness of a stroopwafel? Why, raw pickled herring and onions, of course.
One of the last Dutch foods we have to try is herring. It's very traditional. Tiga's favorite. It's just a cleaned piece of herring that's been sitting in briny salt water that they serve with onion and pickle. You can get it on a sandwich or you can get it on a plate. We opted for the plate so we could get the entire flavor of the herring. And Tija says it's important to eat all of the different pieces because each piece has different flavor profile. Some will have more fatty pieces, some will be more lean. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little nervous about this. We just had like a gorgeous Stroopwaffle and now we're eating raw herring. It is very good. I don't know what I was nervous about. Oh, it's really good.
Now try the tail and let's see if you can tell the difference.
It definitely has like a fishy bite to it, of course. I mean, you're eating raw fish, but the onion balances it and it just has a really nice, beautiful, salty flavor to it. Wow, I love this. I'm gonna have onion breath after this. Not herring breath, onion breath.
From the market, we headed to the Rijksmuseum, which celebrates the history of the Netherlands. It recounts 800 years of Dutch history from the colonization of the Caribbean, Indonesia, and South Africa. The museum also has a robust collection of Dutch artists, including Rembrandt, Vermeer, and Van Gogh. It's a great museum for history and art enthusiasts alike. Tickets do require timed entry, so plan accordingly. Just next door is Vondelpark, one of the largest parks in the city, encompassing an impressive 47 hectares of green space.
It's a pretty damn good day, I'm not gonna lie. Being outside, enjoying a glass of wine, being in good company. When the sun is out in Amsterdam, it's like, it's a vibe. People come out everywhere to enjoy the beautiful weather. This is a pretty cold, gloomy city. And we are about to be entering into winter, and I think people are cherishing every moment they get. But I do just love the cafe life here. There's cafes all over. So many of them are so charming and historic inside you. I wish we could capture that and kind of share that essence with you, but it's one of those experiences you just have to come here and have for yourself. I've loved Amsterdam. It's been an amazing city, and I can't wait to return.
Perfect.
We came to WWII. WWII.
You have the Dutch blankets.
The Dutch blanket? What?
We are cheap, so we don't want the heater on, so we fart under the blanket, and then that's the heat.
A Dutch oven! The Dutch oven is going on!
Is that where that comes from?
Stop, is that where that comes from? Here?
No way.
Oh my god!
That's amazing.
And going Dutch is splitting the bill.
Yeah. You didn't know that.
I get it.